We have Rick Scott joining us right now. Governor, what do you think of what the Speaker wants to do, hosting this jobs event with these Keystone affected folks?
I think it's a good idea. I've never understood why we've got pipelines all across this country, why we don't want to take that oil from Canada and we don't want it in our country rather than we want them to ship it to China. But you know what I want these candidates to talk about, constantly in this week in Florida is jobs. I mean, I ran on a campaign of getting our state back to work. Our unemployment went from 12 now to 9.9%. And the way we did is we reduced taxes, we reduced regulation. The people that run our agencies say, gosh, we like private businesses. We want them to do really well in Florida, and that's who's going to create jobs. And we've generated in 2011 141,500 private sector jobs, and that's what we want. We want more jobs in our state, and that's what these candidates ought to be talking about.
All right. Well, the trend is your friend, and it is down from what it was, but it is still high, and it has affected, because maybe the method you have to do to get there, your popularity. By some polls, you're anywhere looking at an approval rating of 26% to 33%. Be that as it may, sometimes the medicine and what you have to do to get there gets you in a heap of trouble and controversy. So what advice could you give to any of the presidential candidates and their medicine?
Well, look, in Florida, we want jobs. We want a president that's going to say, we can't have the second highest corporate tax rates in the world. We can't have trillion-dollar deficits. We can't have more regulation than the rest of the world, and then expect American businesses to do well. We've got to say, if we want American businesses to do well, we've got to lower our taxes, we've got to cut government spending, we've got to treat business people with respect. We want business people from around the world to flock to America to build their businesses so we have more jobs in America, not more jobs in some other country.
So what do you make, Governor, of Newt Gingrich's attacks on Mitt Romney and his business acumen, more to the point, even what Bain Capital did and does?
Look, our country is built on people building businesses, whether it's small businesses or large businesses. We ought to support business people. We want business people to do the right thing, but gosh, we should be saying, gosh, here's what we do in our state. I send letters to people. I call them when they have business success. That's what I want. I want Florida businesses to say, gosh, we're excited. We have a governor and a government that's saying, we want you to do well. And that's what each of these candidates ought to do. They ought to do what I did in my race. I said, I have a plan, 7 steps to 700,000 jobs over 7 years. And that's what I talked about all the time. And that's what I implemented in my first session with the help of my legislature. And you know what? It works. Business people are coming to Florida. It's growing. We're thought of as a pro-business state. And, and jobs are coming back. That's what Floridians want.
As a fairly wealthy former businessman yourself, what do you think of the attack on Mitt Romney and his millions and the fact he paid under 50% in taxes, albeit capital gains taxes? But it has become such a heated debate that he's too rich, too aloof, too out of it to relate to the common man.
Well, look, anybody that's running for office, you hope. And look, when you're going to hire somebody, would you like them to have success or have a whole bunch of failure? You want to hire successful people because you know what? They've figured out how to be successful. They know you have to surround yourself with smart people. You've got to take care of your employees. You've got to treat people with respect. You've got to be very goal-oriented. That's how you're successful. And so Governor Romney's been successful. I mean, you should promote business people that have had success because you know what? We want them in America. Now, I want them all in Florida, but we want them in America. And so I'm excited about business people that have success, and I want them to say, gosh, if you're thinking about doing business, I'm flocking to Florida.
All right, Governor, thank you very, very much. Good having you on again.
All right, nice seeing you.
All right, Governor Rick Scott.